Hello everyone, it's the late afternoon of January 7th, 2022. I thought I'd give you guys a different view of a northbound Susquehanna freight on the Utica branch. I'm looking out my office window right now at the crossing of the NYS&W Railroad of Genesee Street in South Utica. So I really don't need a scanner to do any rail fanning of the Susquehanna because it runs right past my office. Vee-told has joined me now to wait for the train as well. It's a rather stormy Friday afternoon here in Utica, New York. About 22 degrees. Snow is expected the rest of the evening. After we catch them going past here, I hope to catch them on Schuyler Street going past the tower at the northerly end of Schuyler Street, which is located 2.9 rail miles north of this location. The former DL&W New Hartford station is located just beyond the gas station. You really can't see much of it from here. It is located on DL&W milepost 282.7, 282.7 miles from Hoboken, New Jersey, which is where the DL&W used to terminate. The train will be returning from Sangerfield, approximately 20 miles south of this location. And I believe they'll probably head over to the industrial trackage just east of French Road and pick up a few empty cars before heading down to Schuyler Street and back to the Utica yard. So we'll see how many cars they pick up when we catch them going down Schuyler Street. It usually takes the crew 20 minutes to get from this location to the tower at the northerly end of Schuyler Street, making about 10 miles per hour from this point to the end of the street trackage on Schuyler Street. It's plenty of time for me to catch them leaving the office to get to the tower, and even more time if they're going to do a little switching over on the industrial before heading back to the barn. Now I'm not sure because Vee-told's a pretty rugged dog, but he just might like watching trains go by from inside the warmth of a building, especially on a cold winter afternoon. We'll see how he does later though, but he's no shirker. He'll go out with me when the weather's nasty and wait trackside. The Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad operated this line out of Utica, south to Binghamton and beyond for approximately 90 years or so, from 1870 to about 1960 when the DL&W merged with the Erie-Lackawanna Railroad. The Erie-Lackawanna Railroad then became Conrail about 1976. And in the early 1980s, the New York Susquehanna Western bought this track from Utica to Binghamton, and passenger service on this line ended in 1950. Hasn't been much of a winter so far for us up here. Very little snow, and what we've got melted fairly quickly. I just heard the train blowing for Higby Road, which is about a third of a mile south of here. And the gates are coming down now on the Genesee Street crossing. Made it down to the tower in plenty of time. And it is cold, 20 degrees and windy. And Witold is in the car and probably happier for it. That's a wrap for Friday afternoon. Time to go home and have some chili for dinner.